Shit myself.
Join us as we visit beautiful Koh Rong Island off Cambodia's south coast in the middle of the rainy season. We meet up with local dive instructor Pierre, who encourages Paul to scuba dive for the first ever time. Underwater, we witness an incredibly diverse ecosystem and explore some of the island's other natural attractions. Stay tuned for our verdict on whether you should also visit Koh Rong in the rainy season.
Welcome back to another episode of Adventure Unlimited. We are in Sihanoukville.
Just at the ferry terminal, and we're about to get the ferry over to Koh Rong for a couple of nights.
It's a couple of days of scuba and snorkeling.
Yeah, we've been invited to go over by an absolute local legend, Pierre, who probably knows the islands and the reefs better than anyone else in Cambodia. So stay tuned, it should be a good one. Well, we have made it to the resort, and it's pretty nice, as you'd expect. Island resort. Cheers. Just had our introduction to diving, bit of a refresher for me and first time for Paul.
Yep. Scary.
We're going to head out this afternoon once the rain starts off. Apparently it's going to stop.
Fingers crossed. It's not supposed to be here, but
We'll see what happens.
We're gonna go to small island. So this island. So island we call Kok Tot. Yeah, Kok Tot. Small island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also we're gonna do one night there, and then we're gonna do this day over there too. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna take maybe 10 minutes from here to get there. Yeah.
Excited?
nah. Shit myself.
Was awesome. Paul's still on his way back, but I'm so glad he came out, because otherwise I would have been telling him like there was thousands of fish and there's massive puffer fish, and he would have been like, yeah, cool. I saw like 3 fish snorkeling. They were on the surface. I think they've gone back under because they pulled up over near that boat.
There we go.
Yeah, it's so heavy. Worthwhile?
Shit.
Hey?
It's really scary. Hard. My lips, my nose.
You better than me.
Hey.
Look.
170.
It's because you were doing extra work dragging him around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we've been back from our dive for about an hour or so. Just having a cheeky beverage.
Refreshment after the hard work.
Paul was under for 55 minutes, so...
It was a long 55 minutes for your first ever scuba dive. I'll give you that.
But there's this, like a surprisingly big wave out the front. And when I say big, I don't mean big, but we're in the Gulf of Thailand, next to the South China Sea. It's not really any swell that gets in here, but it's a nice little clean bit of wind swell. So I'm gonna go for a paddle. Fun waves. Surprisingly clean and like 1 to 2 foot. More than you would expect in this part of the world. Well, good morning from Koh Rong.
Today we're up to some more adventures.
Yeah, so we're going back out on the boat today and we're going to go to some other islands a little bit further afield than what we did yesterday.
A couple of little dives, and then we're going to do some exploring on land and see what else they have to offer around here.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll introduce you to Pierre. He didn't come out with us yesterday because he wasn't feeling well, but he's gonna lead the way for today's adventures.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Pierre. Call me Pierre. Well, I am a scuba diving instructor. I am also in charge of a diving operation on Koh Rong here. I mainly work for scuba diving industry, of course, marine conservation, yes, and also involved with a couple of island communities in terms of tourism development, ecotourism, waste management, education, and stuff like that. Yeah. And
What's your vision for Cambodian islands in the future?
because Cambodian island recently we have got the booming in tourism after the COVID, so it is better if the island is ready to have received all of these travelers coming to our island. So we better be ready in communication skills, we better be ready in waste management, safety, education for our local community and stuff like that. So we wish that this place is gonna be a very nice touristic area with the understanding of environmental friendly.
Want to go diving with you? How can they find you?
They can just find us on Google Maps or Khmer Dive Group, or they can also go to our Facebook page and find us on there as well.
Pierre is an absolute local legend, and yeah, we're stoked to be getting shown around the islands by him today. Because if there's anyone that knows where is good for exploring and scuba diving, it's this man.
Koh Rong Sumlam now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So Koh Rong Sumlam is about 2,500 hectares of land. A lot of beautiful beach around here.
Yeah.
There is only one village here called Korong Semlam village. 300-400 people living here. Most of them live by fishing before. But now we've got also tourism coming to the island, so most of them now turn their place into guest house, restaurant, bar, and work with tourism.
Another long one, another 54 minutes.
54 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah.
Because Pierre said, what's his name, Chuck? Wasn't allowed to take him down for 55 minutes again.
So yeah, decent. Second time ever doing it, and then decent times.
Yeah.
I was ready to come out by the end of it, but
It's going back to Kairong now, get some lunch. Pirom. It's our driver for the afternoon. He's going to show us around the island. Not all of it. We'll save some things for next time. The waterfall.
definitely take us to Long Beach.
Yeah.
Mangrove.
Cái đau khăn nào.
Cái đau khăn nè. Cái đau
Very
khăn
hot.
nè. Very hot.
So Tom's going to be our guide.
But you know it's hot when the locals say it's hot.
Yeah, this is our ride for the afternoon.
It's Ford Ranger, so hopefully we make it.
Next stop, Mangroves.
Mangrove.
1.5k walk. Maybe closer.
The ocean.
Nice.
Outside? Okay.
Open.
Oh, good. It's not 2,000 kilometers.
Yeah. I hope not.
Okay, enjoy.
Open. back down here. Little shop.
Crashing into the mangrove.
I forgot to mention before as well, this walk that we're doing now is to a sea view, apparently. So, yeah. Come out of the mangroves to a lookout, I guess.
This is a pier.
Almost there, I think. Shoot. Nice little treacherous bit.
Enjoy some smoothie.
Theo Kun.
You have to energize yourself for 1,030, 1,300.
Got beer?
Yeah. Nakmian Surabaya?
Get up here. Nian.
Maybe. Maybe on the way back.
On the way.
Oh wow. So it's like where the mangroves meets the sea. It's not what I was expecting, but it's cool. It's in fresh water here and salt water out there.
Guessing it must be saltwater, wouldn't it? Being in the mangroves.
I don't know.
In the
I'm
rains.
not a marine biologist. Susaday.
Hello.
Susaday.
Hello.
Susaday.
Hello.
Susaday.
Hello.
It's looking a bit stormy again.
Yeah. We'll beat the paddlers.
That's not hard. They're smashing into mangroves every 10 metres. Well, that's the mangrove sea view. Done and dusted.
We're kind of smashing through it because it is 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we kind of want to get back to the resort for sunset and have a couple of beverages and then go out for dinner. So, but
Catching up with Pierre
Pierre and the gang.
for beers and dinner, so not to be too late.
No,
It's an early start in the morning.
very. But yeah, well worth the $2 entry, and kayak hire is $10, and you can kayak the whole way. It's about 1.5 k's from the entrance to where the mangroves meet the sea.
Not sure if that's $10 per kayak or $10 per person.
You'd think it's per kayak, but who knows. Anyway, that's as far as we got because we're not kayaking. Where are we going next?
Don't know.
It's a magical mystery tour.
We just jumped in the back of a ute and they just driving us places.
It's good, getting all the local knowledge.
If we go that way, there's a Soksan village, the fishermen people, but they also now developed by the investor, regular resort and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is Soksan resort. So you can
Open. No swimming. Please swim only in the permission areas.
Very nice beach.
It's like a 3 traditional village on the other side of this pier.
You can tell why they call it Long Beach.
Yeah.
Starts back there and goes all the way around.
Yeah, it's huge. GoPro is definitely not going to do it justice. This would definitely be a nice place to stay if you didn't really plan on doing much other than sitting by the beach and drinking cocktails.
The other side looked like there's lots more like jet skis and
Kayaks and
blow up equipment.
yeah. So anyway, we're gonna head back and get ready for dinner. Well, that is a wrap on our time from Koh Rong.
Quick 2 nights
Yeah, you
over
could
here.
easily spend a week here.
Oh yeah, easy.
So a few points. One, if you're wondering whether it's worth a visit during the rainy season, I would say 100% yes. It's not raining all the time, as you can see this morning. A few clouds around, probably get a little bit of rain, but it rarely rains all day. Another benefit, because it's the rainy season, not many tourists here, so pretty much sometimes you feel like you got the island to yourself, just about.
Like this morning.
Like this morning. Another point, if you do come during the rainy season, you help to support the businesses along here that really struggle during the downtime. And the activities are still awesome. Scuba diving still pretty good. Visibility is not as good as what it would be in December, January, but still pretty good, and you can still see heaps when you go down. So,
And jet skis and the watercraft and everything still running, so
can't speak highly enough of Khmer Dive Group either. Pierre and his team are absolutely awesome, and I'll leave the link to their Facebook page in the description if you want to hit them up and go see for yourself what's under the sea around these islands.
first time scuba diver, they made me feel really comfortable, helped me the whole way, feel safe as they're top-notch safety, security, like your safety is priority number one, their equipment's really good. They look after it, they got a lot of professionality in them.
And finally, not sponsored or anything, but cannot recommend Beach Walk enough. It's about a 5-minute walk from the jetty. It's nice and quiet, it's away from the backpackers, and there's like a whole bunch of kayaks and other equipment that would normally be for hire, but they just let you use it for free, so that's pretty good.
Super clean bungalows,
Yeah, beautiful.
nice staff, beautiful restaurant, good
Yeah.
food, nice pool.
Anyway, we're gonna head back to the mainland and we'll catch you in the next one.